Welcome to another episode of this thing called podcast. You know me, I am KJ, and I am here with OG Bobby.
OG Bobby.
That's right, he's in the building, so sit back, relax. We are here to give you a great episode. Welcome back, OG Bobby.
Man.
It's great to have you back.
Man.
If they don't know, they should know. I mean,
up top.
Great.
Up
Yes.
top. Look, man, congratulations.
Thank you. On what? What are we congratulating?
I'm congratulating you on your podcast doing some numbers.
Thank
You
you.
know what I'm saying? I'm noticing some K's there. You know what I'm saying?
You helped with that.
I was there.
If they don't know, they should go.
I was there. That was B.
That's right.
Now I'm OG Bobby.
Now you OG Bobby.
Now I'm OG Bobby.
He was B.
Hey.
That's
hey,
it. But
hey.
it's all the same. BB,
You know what I'm
OG
saying?
Bobby.
OG Bobby.
So you're going to bring us the OG stuff today.
We're going to do some OG shit today.
All right, let's do it, y'all.
Put it in their face.
So if you know, then you know. First thing we got to do is do our little games.
You got to do the things?
We got to do the games. So you got to go ahead and
games.
pull. This time you're going to go ahead and pull one at a time. So go ahead and pull one.
From the bowl.
From the bowl.
Honesty or respect. You have to be honest to get respect, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to respect nobody that was dirty, right? So I'm going to have to say honesty.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and pull a couple. You know, we got to, these are quick ones, so.
Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Buy a new wardrobe or buy a new home. Oh, definitely a new home. Definitely a new home.
So you want a new home instead of a new wardrobe.
What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I can't wear a Gucci. I can't live in Gucci. I put it that way.
That's true. That's true. So you would do a
trying.
whole home. And I agree. I would do a whole home too because, you know,
that's crazy.
clothes ain't nothing. If you can get a home, you can get a whole wardrobe, right?
There you go.
If you can get that
you get
money.
a wardrobe, where you going to put it at?
That's true. I didn't even think about that, but that's facts. If you
That
get a whole
part.
new wardrobe, where are you putting it at?
You go put it at.
Your little apartment you still living
There
in?
you go.
Your mama's house?
See?
Okay, let's go ahead and pull one more. These are the this or the that's.
Glass of plastic. I'm just going to say plastic on jump because it's like, ain't it supposed to be better for the environment or some shit?
It is. And that's what I was thinking in my head. Are you an
recycling.
environmentalist?
Nah, I would just be like, but if you don't want to fuck it up, you got a choice, right?
You do.
You still got to stay here, don't you?
Or we can move to the moon or Mars, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like we could.
Hell
I hear they be
yeah.
trying to figure
Elon
stuff out
got
anyway.
one.
That's
There's
what I'm
colonies
saying.
up there.
Let me go ahead and pull a couple. Let's see. Maybe one or two here. Reading or listening? To be honest, I'd rather read something than to listen because I think I can comprehend it more. Because if I'm listening, I might have to listen to it a couple times. Although I'm not saying I won't read it a couple times, but for sure I have to.
I see. You comprehend it easier.
Yeah.
And your register smoother.
I think when I'm reading
Listening.
it.
Or when you're reading it over there.
Because too, when someone's, I mean, I'm listening at your pace too. So I'm gonna have to be like slow down because you're reading too fast, or speed up because it's too slow. So I got to get the whole thought where I can read at my own pace, right?
Got you. You're reading a lot about the person you're listening to, and at the same
or whatever,
time,
the article, like whatever
right?
you're,
But when you're reading it, you're doing it at your speed. I see you. That's fine.
Okay, let me do one more, and then we'll move to the would you rather's because I like those kind of better than these anyway. To be honest, I do. Let's see. Oh, blueberries or raspberries? To be honest, I would do blueberry. Yeah.
Blueberries are disgusting.
Really?
Man,
so?
I looked at the girl, my mouth started making moves like.
I saw it.
Blueberries is just above. Who did that shit?
I enjoy a blueberry over a raspberry though. Like I don't like.
The motherfuckers is disgusting too. Like you got the worst of two apples right there. That's some bullshit.
Saying. So if I gotta pick one,
you got to pick one.
I'm gonna do the blueberry. I'm definitely not gonna pick the raspberry.
She picked the Biden.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely.
I'm not saying Trump didn't suck. He did, but like that's like your options. You know what I'm saying? That's the two evils. You know, that's some bullshit.
You right. He is so right.
Blueberries and raspberries. Fuck all of them.
Biden or Trump? Well, I'm for sure picking Biden. I for sure voted for Biden.
No, I did too. Now I'm mad in the motherfucker. Like, damn.
I knew I needed to get Trump out of there. Period. That's what I knew. Trump needed to go.
He did need to go. on some bigotry shit. But now I'm finding out Biden was the same way. And on some pedophile shit.
But we've been knew that. We did.
I didn't know that. I started looking at
this
his old
man
commercials.
wrote laws into fruition that damaged the black community specifically.
I don't trust none of them motherfuckers. My man yesterday asked me if I was voted. I'm like, yeah, but that shit was like a wishful thinking shit. Like, I don't think that shit make a fucking difference.
Well, and let's go back. Let's go back here. We have to remember that the generation those men came from was a generation that's all it was that type of thinking and process, especially toward the black community.
That don't make it cool.
No, it doesn't.
And that shit was whack then, too.
It doesn't make it right?
Like the black motherfuckers that be thinking Trump was cool, be doing. Like, that's what they feel like. They bringing in a new mentality. Like, wasn't that Kanye stage? No, like, you know what I'm saying? We that's my daddy and all that shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit that's some weak shit. But, I mean, like I said, it's less of two evils. You know what I mean?
It's definitely the lesser two evils. So you got to pick and choose your battles. And sometimes, just to speak on it really quick, it's not all about, just voting blue or red. Sometimes it's about voting bipartisan and voting what is best for you. That's why you have to look up every candidate and know, because we're putting people into office in many offices, local, federal, statewide, that is affecting our lives, our children's lives. It'll affect our grandchildren's and great-grandchildren's lives.
You know what's crazy? As we talk, I was thinking to myself, like, there are countries right now, like I was thinking in Brazil in particular, that are fucking revolting, like in the street, like on some million shit, like taking, like run up in their house shit, like, you know what I mean? And I think, like, is that what the January 6th shit was supposed to be in? Like, is that what that is?
Just the American version, right?
Is that the remix? Like,
I mean, to be honest, it could be.
But my point is, it takes more than voting. So we got to vote and do some other shit, apparently.
Absolutely.
But if that's what that was, and who wrote that down? Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy as hell.
Well, I mean, we know who
wrote that down,
headed it all, but we're not gonna get into that. That got real deep for blueberries and raspberries. Dude. I'm just saying. All right, so we did the this or that's. Let's go ahead and get into the would you rathers.
Would you rather?
So we're gonna go ahead and pull, then we're gonna answer. Let's see what OG Bobby got to say. He's been speaking some stuff.
Would you rather wake up early or sleep in? That sucks right now. That sucks right now. I probably, on some honest shit, I'd rather sleep in. But I know that's some bullshit. Like, that shit don't get me nowhere.
But it's an honest answer.
But I was always used to working at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, my schedule, so my
biologically.
I'm like,
because you always work that third shift, that late midnight shift. So you was always up at night and then sleeping during the day to get your sleep for work. And I feel that because I used to have a job like that where I worked in the evenings and during the day I would sleep. And
don't nobody fuck with you?
No. And then when I got my daytime job, it was so weird because then I had to first retrain my body, right, to be up during the day and sleep at night. And then it was like, wow, it's not really too much that happens either or.
Right on. Right on. Like, I ain't miss shit.
Yeah, like, you do think you be
some
missing
money
something, but you really don't be.
I ain't missing shit.
That's a phenomenon.
Ain't that a bitch?
So, okay, now, I got you. For me, now, I'm a morning person. So, I'm up 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. Unless I'm, like, sick or something or, like, was up at 3, 4 o'clock. I'm up early. At it. Let's get it. Early,
do you drink coffee?
Early bird gets the worm. I do when I need to. So if I do have to be up, like it's a requirement for some reason, and I just need a boost, I'll go ahead and grab me a cup of coffee real quick. Or cappuccino, something like that. See, nah, I can't drink it black. I need a little cream, little sugar in it.
I'll be up for like 2 days, though.
I like my men black, but I don't like my coffee black, okay?
Would you rather have 10 friends or 100 friends? Would you rather have 10 friends or 100 friends? I don't want no friends. I don't want no friends.
You don't want no friends or no new friends, like
I don't
Drake
want
said.
no new friends. Like, that's why I say that shit. Because at this point, if you a friend of mine, you family. So
I feel
keep
that.
the friendship shit.
And I made a post like maybe a week ago, and that's exactly what it said. I don't have no friends.
I ain't got no friends.
You either a family or you associate.
That's real life.
That part. I really like friends because people use that friend that word so loosely. It's like,
it's love,
man, at this point you are either family or you foe. Like that's it. Yeah. Or you an associate.
Right.
And I just deal with you when we need to on business or,
let
that be cordial, but let that be that. Because everybody don't have to be your friend. And I'm okay with that.
Everybody ain't worth it.
No, they're not.
Everybody ain't worth your friendship.
No. And sometimes my peace is a lot more important than your foolishness.
See, I'm one of them solitude motherfuckers at heart. Like, I'd much rather be by myself. So, but it's like, you can't, like, it's like you need the contact, you know what I'm saying, to grow.
Yeah, because we're human, so by nature, we do like other human contact. That's why COVID-19 was so major, right?
Right, it was on some solitude confinement shit.
If you had a family, right, you were stuck at home with just your family. You didn't have no outsiders you can really, talk to or mingle with physically or in person. And then, if you were living by yourself, you really were messed up, right? Because you didn't have even no type of other contact.
Talking to yourself.
That's why they were asking people, don't go to the store. But I'm sure a lot of people going to the store was because they were lonely. They just wanted, even if it was we weren't talking, just to have some type of physical interaction, just to be in someone else's presence.
Right. And that's how they use it as a punishment in prisons. Like, you put your ass by yourself for years. You go to crazy. You go to crazy.
Solitary confinement is real. Like,
that shit is inhumane, dude.
Absolutely.
Especially how they using it. Like, that's 100%. It's not cool like that.
Because I'm not saying a person might not need a 24-hour cool-off period, right? I got you. But you talking about 6 months, 8 months,
I'm talking about, I read it before you about years. Like, that's kind of like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
That is abuse.
That's it.
That's abuse.
Inhumane.
That is abuse. Okay, let me go ahead and pull a Would You Rather. Let me see. Let me see what I get out the bowl. Would you rather let your phone die for 1 day or have no hot water for 3 days?
Oh, that's hilarious. Who wrote these down? Somebody been through a struggle.
The producer.
Somebody been through a struggle.
Okay.
I'm coming
and
up.
I hell, but geez. Okay, so I'm going to say this. To be honest, the phone could die for a day. It's not that big of a deal.
Please.
But I need to be able to shower and
Thank
shower.
you.
I'm not saying
For
I ain't
3
showered in
days.
cold water before.
Right.
I have been down an hour. I've had to take multiple showers in freezing cold water because I still need to wash my behind, right? I still need to clean.
Right.
But
Look.
if I had a choice, okay? Because
that
then I didn't have a choice, right? If I had a choice, the phone could die for a day. Y'all will see me in 24 hours, but I get to wash myself, and I will be taking multiple hot showers without my phone. If that's the case.
That's it. That's right. Keep your Wi-Fi.
I'm going to pleather in the hot water for the 24 hours then.
That's hilarious.
Okay, let me do another one. And then I might have you pull one more.
All right.
One more. Let's see. Let's see what I get here. Would you rather ride a bike or walk? I mean, okay, I have to pick one. So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say I'd rather walk only because I never really had a bike. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point when I was a teenager, yeah, I did. But, like, as an adult, I never really had a bike. I either had a car, I was walking, or somebody was picking me up.
So, if you had to ride a bike, you would want to? Like, you would?
That's what I can. But, like, for be honest, like.
Wait a minute. You said that kind of sugar. Like you was like.
No, I can. Like, I haven't did it in years, so I'm not saying the first couple times I wouldn't wobble off and maybe fall, but I wouldn't hurt myself or, break nothing.
I had to walk her into that one.
But. And I'm being honest, like, yeah, like it might be a little unstable at the beginning.
Right. So,
but
you about to just walk it out.
Like, now, if I got to do like 5 miles, okay, then yeah, I'm a hop on the bike, right?
Okay.
But if I got to walk 2 miles, I'll go ahead and walk those 2 miles.
Would you just walk it out?
Yes, I'll have. Give me some headphones. Give me somebody to talk to on the phone. Give me somebody walking with me. I'm cool.
What if it's like one of them tricycle lowrider bikes, but they got the speakers on the back and shit?
Oh, I mean. Now, I could do that too, but to be honest, I'm not going to drive that for a mile or around the corner. No.
Why?
Because I'd rather just walk it, especially if it's like a nice
But it's a lowrider tricycle.
I mean,
you know how cool them shits is?
It's probably really cool. For me, I think I'd just rather walk. It's the craziest thing.
I love her. She's hilarious.
I'd rather just, and maybe because I've always, like I said, either had a car, somebody come pick me up, like, walking was always usually like the very last option. So at that point, it's like,
it's kind of
it's like, like I've never, as an adult, I've never bought a bike. I've never had one, never purchased one, never even, I'm not gonna say, I never even thought about it, to be honest, to be real.
I mean, like,
but there's not too many times I was without a car. Like, I was very few times where I was without a car, so I usually always had a car. That's where I think maybe I'm spoiled, maybe you could say. Because everybody can't say that, right?
Somebody always just had the Nikes.
Or if I didn't have a car, I always had family or friends that was always just willing to pick me up. And maybe that's because I'm a female, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably. I don't want to say
makes it
no. I
a
mean,
little
you're a
easier.
good person, too. Like, it ain't because you got a vagina.
YSL, Young Thug, Gunna.
And you have to let the young folk tell it of Atlanta. YSL stand for Young Successful Lives, because Young Thug does so much for the community and record industry youngins that have tried to flourish in the game.
I would say he definitely does. So I'm not mad at that. And we definitely have Young Thug supporters out there. I'm not saying I don't support Young Thug. I'm all here about the facts, the truth, the evidence.
I ain't never liked that.
Because again, you commit a crime, then you should have to pay the time. But if you didn't, and I get the criminal system is not fair to black men. So I understand that too.
I don't remember how he got locked up in the first place.
Well, basically, the feds have been watching him for years. Like, have a whole case. And
ran up on him.
Yeah, they end up coming in, just doing raid and arresting him. I believe he was at home, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and once he got arrested, they hit all the RICO charges and all of that. Yep, he was arrested, and then I think Gunna was arrested like a day or two after him. Mm-hmm.
That's why they was talking about Gunna, because he was telling.
They were talking about Gunna because they said he a snitch. YSL got 28 members. Okay, 16 of them. Yes, 16 of them are standing trial.
10 toes.
In the same trial that Thug is, they're going to be all co-conspirators with Thug.
Together.
Okay, that's what it is. Yes, co-defendants, co-conspirators, all of that. Yes.
Up,
okay. I mean, it is, but that's the charge, right? RICO charge. That's
RICO.
what it is.
Okay.
Outside of that, 6 of them are doing separate charges by themselves. So you have 21 total, basically, that are going to stand some type of trial, whether it's with the same RICO trial or not. You have 21 individuals that are going to be going to trial based on all the information and evidence that's been collected.
Against 6 motherfuckers about to snitch on you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you have 7.
The math don't do it.
You have 7 that pleaded.
That's what I'm saying. You about to 7 motherfuckers about to snitch
on
you.
And out of all of the ones that pleaded, they all pretty much got time served. If they were, because they were already incarcerated. So even if they got 1-2 years in jail, prison, they already had time served. They got probation, community hours.
Them niggas about to walk out like, fuck you, St. Laurent.
So the question is, first of all, do you agree with snitching?
Do I agree with snitching?
Yeah.
What you define as snitching?
Okay, so we're going to use Young Thug as an example, okay?
Okay, that's what I thought you was about to do.
Yeah, we're going to use that, because I think his case is interesting, because it wasn't like he went in and just played what we all know, got guilty, not guilty, or no contest. That's the averages that we all know. Okay, right, so he didn't just walk in and plead that. You know what?
Do I believe in telling on your mans so you get less time? No.
Okay, so you believe...
You're going to put him in when y'all was there together so you can get less time? No.
Okay. And I get that. So pretty much, because what Gunna did is he went in and, I went in and watched the video. He went in, basically didn't say nothing, but agreed to everything the judge said, which that's where the Alfred plea comes from on the deal that he made. So he had to say to a point, yes, I know about this information. Here we go.
You said it.
This is where it's like, yes, I know about the information. No, it wasn't mine, and I'm not going to tell you whose it was per se, because he never mentioned Thug's name, right? The judge never said Thug. She does say that.
I'm not going to say who is not.
She does ask if William Jeffrey was in the vehicle with them, right? Like, she makes it known that they were in the vehicle together, but she doesn't necessarily ask whose stuff it was that was in the vehicle, okay? She just asked, now was all this stuff in the vehicle, and he says yes. So, yeah, I know this information. No, I'm kind of not going to tell you who it is, but I'm going to tell you that, you're kind of accurate in the information, right? That's what he told him.
Yes. I know about this information.
I'm free and clear because...
That's exactly how he did.
I'm free and clear because technically, from what Gunna feels, I didn't snitch.
You know what that's
I
called?
Didn't say nobody's name.
That's not dry snitching. That's not straight up snitching. That's like moist snitching.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? That's that Duncan Hines snitching right there. That's that cake snitching.
That's
right
that's that in between.
That's that. There
like,
you go. That's
you
that.
Juggling the fence.
That's that medium snitching right there. That low temp snitching right there.
I'm not saying that people shouldn't be upset with Gunna. He
Lukewarm
just posted.
Lukewarm snitching.
Gunna just posted his first post on Twitter.
I ain't tell on you, nigga. Hold on.
And that's how he feels, because he just posted his first post, and everybody, including, Little Key's mom is tripping off of it, and she talking about, I don't want nobody posting my child, which I feel that, and I understand that totally. Respect to her, RIP to him. Like, I'm not even saying she should not be on the right for saying that. But Gunna felt real comfortable to make that post.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just too soon. Gunna, you should have sat on it just a little bit longer.
Go enjoy your life for a second, nigga.
Young Thug's trial was just about to start. So we still have that whole process of getting all that information and going through the trial. Gunna, it was too soon. You should have sat. You should have been a little bit more quieter, a little bit more humble. Because I get your viewpoint. You don't feel like you snitched. I get that. But a lot of people don't feel that way.
Technically, he didn't snitch.
Technically, he didn't. But
he did. All right, is Gunna staying? Is Young Thug staying in?
Young Thug is 10 toes down. He's saying not guilty and he going to trial.
I thought he just got out that shit though.
No, he's still going to trial.
Something they couldn't charge him with.
Yes, now they reduced the charges. Yes,
okay.
It went from 50 some charges down to I think 8 or 12 charges or something. Right. Yes,
I got.
So which that usually happens, right? They get you booked in on all these charges, and then when the trial actually happens, you might only go through with a couple of them. And the main one is the RICO. That's the main one right there that he has to face. That's the main one that they all pretty much confessed to and got out scot-free. That's the one Gunna had to put underneath his belt. Right. He didn't get no other charge but that RICO charge. Wow. And that's a major charge.
Look, these motherfuckers be doing little oaths and shit, man. I'm telling you, there's reasons these motherfuckers is walking away. There's a reason these motherfuckers is doing this shit in the first place. Yeah, this shit is real, man. These motherfucking high execs want to see the motherfuckers humiliate themselves.
And I'm not saying that's not the case either.
A lot of this shit, like when they come and get you, a lot of that shit be because you don't want to fuck with them no more. So maybe Young Thug was finally trying to wake up with some shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying that that's not the case. We have so many stories and examples where police, prosecutors, judges, bailiffs, witnesses, jurors, all types of people have been paid off to make a charge, to make a case, to make a trial swing the way they want to.
Don't take
money
much.
Walks, bullshit. Yeah. Money walks, bullshit talks. Okay. Right. So at the end of the day, you walking with a black briefcase, and that judge is going through something, or that lawyer really needs something, or that juror is like, "Damn, my mom real sick." That money looks real good and enticing to make it go in your favor.
Real quick, and you notice. A lot of motherfuckers start off poor as fuck.
Exactly. And that goes back to the original part of our conversation. It's the money, it's the status. You get money, it gives you status, you get that power. And that power can be too overwhelming and consuming for people to where they go crazy.
You saying niggas get so rich they snitch?
No, but I'm saying niggas get so rich, they get a status, they get power, then they feel untouchable. And that's where you start getting dangerous, when you feel untouchable. Because please understand, nobody's untouchable. Even Trump thought he was untouchable.
They seeing that,
and he's still trying to fight charges and cases and tax and all. He's still fighting charges.
Did you
and
hear
stuff.
about Iran bringing up a murder charges?
For
that drone attack shit back in January, some shit like that. I think.
But I'm just saying, Trump thought he was untouchable. Kanye thought he was untouchable. So let's be real.
Where is he?
There have been. He should be. Kanye should be hiding. Kanye, thank you.
That's bullshit.
If you listen to the episode, I appreciate you. Because you took heed what I said. You go ahead. You do your sabbatical.
Build that
people leave Kanye alone.
Because I will be over there. I will be over there. What is it, Idaho?
Because again, if he's trying to be president, you need to let that stuff die. You need to let all that foolishness die. Because no one is.
Why man can't have dreams?
This is what I do know about social media. What you know about social media. Eventually, it will talk about something else. Okay. Now, if it might take a minute. But eventually, they will find another story. They will find another tagline. So lay low for a little bit, Kanye.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
Because then you can reemerge and but get your peace back. Get your foundation back.
I like that.
Get you back. So if you do want to fight, you have the wherewithal to fight. You was going through family stuff that was taking a lot out of you, bro.
He was eating your ass. Yeah, I'm saying shit on camera. You shouldn't have said.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm hoping that man is alive.
No, and I'm quite sure he is. I just saw his daughter was on social media pretending to be him and stuff funnily. So I mean, my thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I think he is still alive. I'm not saying that, but I believe he's taking a sabbatical, and I agree with that. He should take your peace, take your time.
Taking a sabbatical where?
Yeah, I don't at his farm and maybe or his ranch in Colorado. Maybe I don't know. He could have went overseas. I don't care where he's doing it at, as long as he do it. To be honest, I mean that's just me being as real as I can. He needs it. So that's like with us. Sometimes we just need that space. It don't matter where you take it at, y'all. Sometimes you need that self-care.
On no motherfucking sabbatical. That motherfucker is in a hospital with a straitjacket on, medicated like a motherfucker. Talking about.
I'm hoping that's not the case. But if he chose to put himself in there, then that's his choice. But if he's doing it outside of his will, I hope that's not the case. I really hope that.
Okay, so you do know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to the point of what he was saying, people couldn't say that he was crazy. We haven't heard that, right? But it's not like people can't keep that hidden or a secret or things like that.
Right.
But I'm hoping that it's sabbatical. That's just my hope.
Too. Best wishes to the man.
Because at the end of the day, if he take that, he'll come back. I said that he'll come back and reemerge.
Yeah.
But he needed that solitude for himself. Go get with God. You doing all those concerts with people. Go get with God for yourself.
By yourself.
Have you a gospel concert by yourself, Kanye, and get yourself back into you.
No, I've been changed.
For real. Okay, y'all. So we've had a great conversation so far. So this is what we're going to do. This is part 1. I'm going to give you part 2 next week on Friday. So stay tuned. Hit your notifications. Subscribe, like, share. We'll be back with you next week with OG Bobby.
I know you feel like they ain't really with you. I know you feel like they ain't really with you. Got you feeling they ain't really with you. Yeah, you feel like they ain't really